Hey guys, it's Cecile. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys who don't know me, I'm a freshman at Brown University, double majoring in biology and history as a pre-med. I basically made this YouTube channel to share with you guys the advice that I wish I'd known when I was in high school, applying for college and scholarships and all that kind of stuff. And before I even came into college. And I really hope my channel is helping someone out there because I really wish I had the support when I was going into high school and college. I'm really excited to get back into making videos, and for this one in particular, I'm really excited to share with you guys all the things I love about Brown and the few things I don't like as much. So anyways, that's it for the intro. Let's get right into the video. So as you guys know, I'm currently still on campus because we adopted like a trimester plan this year because of COVID and everything. So freshmen were here during the spring for our very first semester. And right now, during my summer, I am doing my second semester of college. While all my friends are back home having fun, all that kind of stuff. But don't worry, I'm still having a lot of fun, and I think East Coast summer is so fun. Much better than summers in Ohio, and I'm really excited. I feel like I make it pretty obvious on my channel that I genuinely love Brown like so much. Like before I even came to the school, I literally adored every aspect of Brown. Like once I actually learned about it, because at first I was hesitant about even applying because initially I thought this was a school for like hippies and weird people and that kind of stuff, but genuinely like it's quirky, but it's really enjoyable. Like literally the very first pro of this school that I have to start this video off with is the people. The people that come to Brown, I feel, are very different from the students who go to other schools and other Ivies in general, because I feel like everyone here is very like work hard, play hard, and I hate using that phrase, but it's so true because I think that everyone's super chill and it's just such a collaborative environment. Like even in my pre-med classes, there are no circumstances where I feel like I'm absolutely alone and that I can't ask anybody for help. Like everyone genuinely seems to want to help one another, and it's not as competitive just because we don't grade on a curve and that kind of stuff, so it literally doesn't hurt you to help the people around you, and you can definitely see that in the culture here. And I feel like it's just really easy to talk to people here because literally everybody is so nice. Also, it's so cool and interesting because everyone here is just like quirky and talented in their own way, and I absolutely love learning about the different things that make everyone unique and the different things that I think got all of these people into Brown. And it's just really a nice environment where you can honestly feel welcome to just like do whatever or express who you are as a person and not feel judged. I feel like you can't say that about a lot of schools, like not having a competitive culture and also not having a culture that's cutthroat or toxic or excludes people for who they are. Like I feel like I literally cannot stress this enough, but if you are planning to go to grad school, especially like med school where you really need a high GPA to apply and get into a good med school, please come to Brown or please come to a university that's really chill for undergrad, because I'm telling you right now, if I was at Columbia or Princeton or even Harvard, I think I would literally be depressed and dying in all of my classes. Like, I'm not trying to generalize, but a lot of the pre-meds that I know that are at more competitive or cutthroat schools are not having as good of a time. Genuinely, I feel like everybody around me wants to help me out and we all work together on stuff. It's just really great because I feel like I can focus on learning and actually caring about the topics rather than stressing out about whether I'm going to do better on an exam than the other people around me. Because then in that case, like, an A is only handed out to like the top 10% of the class, which is so stupid. But then it really makes the students like geared against each other because everyone's aiming for the same goal and everybody wants that same high grade. And so then people self-sabotage and they sabotage other people. I don't know about you guys, but I really wanted to transition into a college where I would feel just like more chill and like everyone's really welcoming and everything. And I feel like I really found that at Brown because I feel like I can just literally walk anywhere and make a friend. Like I remember taking a Brown class of 2025 girl, and I took her on a tour around the campus and everything. And we were walking around from building to building, and everywhere I went, like people that I knew were like, oh my gosh, hey, like, do you have any questions? And they were like guiding her and everything. And I had not asked anybody to help out or do this. Like genuinely, I feel like the people that are at Brown, the people that get into Brown are just those types of people. So I feel like that's just a super great environment to surround yourself with. My second pro you honestly probably saw coming, but the open curriculum. It is so relieving being able to like not have to worry about requirements. Going into Brown, I didn't think it was that big a deal because like I'm pre-med, so I have a ton of requirements already to apply for med school and everything. But that's exactly why it's a huge deal. Because if you're pre-med at a school or you have requirements for grad school of some sort, that takes up so much of your schedule already that if you have a core curriculum and stuff like that, you will literally have like no room to take any classes that you want outside of those requirements. Genuinely, I feel like if I was at any other school, I wouldn't be able to take classes in like sociology, history, French, like literally anything else that I'm interested in outside of biology and history and that kind of stuff. Like, I literally would not be able to take classes outside of my major. Like, right now, I'll look at our course catalog and I'll be like, wow, that class looks so interesting, and I can literally just sign up for it. And even better, if I want to, I can sign up for that class pass-fail and not even have to worry about it. Like, that's a really important thing, especially with language classes, because what I've learned from taking a language class for a grade this semester is that when you take language classes for a grade, you're more motivated to actually learn and memorize in order to get that grade. If you care about grades, this is a generalization. And in that case, you don't really focus as much on actually learning the language. And so being able to take that language class pass-fail really makes you like have to force yourself to actually want to learn rather than just memorize things just for the sake of memorizing. Other schools where you're forced to take everything for a grade, that's not really an option. So open curriculum and the whole pass-fail thing, that's a huge pro of Brown. Another huge pro I've noticed, especially this summer since we've been really lax with COVID now, like basically since our campus is at 90% vaccination right now, literally everything's opening up again. We don't have to wear masks like anywhere. It's really great, and everyone just like goes outside and we can see each other. It's like a normal college experience essentially. But I've essentially noticed that Providence is really great because of its proximity to other cities. So that would be number 3. Like, don't get me wrong, Providence is such a cute city and everything, and there's still a lot to do in it, but I also think it's super important to live in a city where you're super close to cities like Boston and New York City, but you're not actually living in Boston, New York City, because for me, I think that'd be just chaotic. Like, I think those big cities are great for like a weekend trip or like somewhere to visit and everything, but I don't particularly think I'd be able to live there. Providence is like a good in between. I feel like it's baby Boston in a way, and we still have a lot to do, lots to explore here, and literally Rhode Island is so adorable. You can get anywhere in the state of Rhode Island in literally an hour. Like, you can go to the beach, you can go to, me trying to think of anywhere that's not the beach, but yeah, you can go to a ton of other cities in Rhode Island, and there are a ton of beaches and fun cities that you can just explore in general. Like Newport, for example, one of the best cities. If you come to Rhode Island, you have to go there. Okay, now we're going to be moving into pros that are more my opinion, and people might disagree with these, but it's okay because it's just my opinion, because my pro number 4 are the dorms. I went to a lot of college tours and stuff, mostly in like the Midwest region since I'm from Ohio and everything, but I genuinely hated like every college dorm I ever visited. Like even the dorms at Yale when I went there, I did not like them. Like, I like the whole dorming system at Yale and stuff, but the actual rooms themselves and that kind of style, I love it at Brown. Like, maybe I'm a little biased because I'm living in a suite meant for juniors as a freshman, but I genuinely love being able to have my own room and still having the common room and the sink and everything. And next year, I'm living in an apartment-style suite that has 2 doubles and then 1 single, so fits 5 people, and then 2 bathrooms and a kitchen and a living room. So I think that Brown just has a variety of dorming options, and even if I wasn't living in these suite style apartment things, I genuinely think that the other rooms are still really nice. And the suite I'm living in right now has air conditioning, and I'm living my best summer ever, and a lot of people actually come and sleep here just because their dorms are so hot. But for me, the dorms are a huge pro. For pro number 5, I'm really hesitant to actually include as a pro because I feel like it depends. But my pro number 5 is actually the food. So I'm a picky eater. Like before coming to college, my diet consisted of chicken fingers and french fries and just like things that were very starchy. Like I literally just had carbs like 24/7. I mean, obviously I know it was really weird this year because with COVID and everything, like half the dining halls were closed. But for the dining halls, especially first semester, I genuinely think that the food itself was really high quality. The thing I guess I don't like is the lack of options because it becomes really repetitive, but normally on a normal school year, it's not like that. Normally there are like 2-3 other dining halls that are open, so you'll have more options throughout the week and that kind of stuff. But right now, I think the quality of the food is actually good. Like a lot of the things I order from like Andrew's or the things that I ordered from Joe's first semester are literally like restaurant quality or like home cooked style meals that I would literally pay money for, which I mean, like I do, because I go to Brown and everything, but like I would pay money for them at a restaurant. Like everyone here kind of attacks the food and thinks it's gross and repetitive and that kind of stuff, but compared to other schools, I genuinely think Brown's dining is pretty good. Pro tip, I'm going to give you guys my favorite options from every dining hall. If you go to Joe's, get the spicy chicken sandwich. I absolutely love that. And their mozzarella sticks, incredible. If you go to Andrew's, the build your own wok option and the build your own poke options are both really good. And at the Ratty, they have these Belgian waffles for breakfast once in a while that are my absolute favorite. And I also really like the chicken finger Friday. as I would as a chicken finger addict. So yeah, there are tons of other dining halls, but like those are the 3 consistent ones that I went to this year, since those were the 3 that were open and near me, except for Andrew's. It's kind of a walk, but it's worth it because the food's really good. Now, before I move into the cons of Brown, I want to talk to you guys about this really cool website called Ivy Camps USA, just because they can help you actually get to schools like Brown if that's what you're looking for. They have a ton of cool mentorship opportunities and just stuff like that to help guide you through high school and guide you through the college application process, and I'm really excited to show you guys that, so here we are. So after you go to their website, Ivy Camps USA, click on group classes right here on this banner, then pre-university. And then if you scroll down, you'll see they actually have a free sample class, so you can try it out before you actually commit. And one of the best classes, in my opinion, is this one about planning your future. And it basically takes you through the entire application journey to college. And you can pick the date and the time that work for you and everything. And down below, they tell you what they'll basically be covering in this course. And if you scroll down, you'll see reviews. And it's just a great course overall, especially if you're trying to get into top schools like Brown University. And then there's also similar courses at the bottom that you can check out as well. And here's another cool class that you guys might be interested in, and even better, if you use the code 15OFF-Cecile on their website, you'll get 15% off your order by the end of July. So definitely take advantage of this offer and check them out as soon as possible. Now, getting into cons, I'm not gonna say that there aren't any cons whatsoever, but there are very few cons. I'm not even saying that just to gas Brown up, it's genuine. The very first con I can think of is really actually surprising, but the motorcyclists / very loud car gangs. I don't even know what to describe them as, but I live on Thayer, and most of you guys will, because it's just this very long strip that surrounds the university and everything. But I kid you not, it'll literally be midnight or 1 a.m. and these motorcycles will come down the street literally so freaking loud, and it's a gang of people, and it's just really annoying. And apparently this is super common in Providence and Rhode Island, and I didn't know that, being from Ohio, where I see a motorcycle once a week. But it's genuinely really annoying, and that's not something that I can blame Brown for, but living in Providence, you're gonna have to get used to it, and that's definitely a con. Con number 2 is Brown's laundry system, because the washers and the dryers are broken half the time, and half the time they take my money. That's another thing. They charge for laundry. I literally have to pay $1.50 to wash, $1.50 to dry, and I get it. It's $3. It's not that much, but it adds up over time, and it's really annoying because other schools have free laundry. But yeah, the machines are broken half the time, but they do reimburse you if you submit a claim and stuff. It's just really frustrating because you're wanting to get your laundry done and wanting to do it on time, and you have other things to do, and it's just really frustrating. I remember once I went to wash my clothes and the washer was broken, so I moved my clothes to the next washer, and then that was broken as well. So I moved it to the next washer, and it worked. And then for the dryers, I went through 2 before I found a dryer that worked. So not only did I waste a lot of money and have to submit a claim and waste my time, it just annoyed me. Con number 3 is a quick one, but Brown's financial aid. High-key, the financial aid, it's really good. It's still 100% need met and everything, and I wouldn't be able to come here without the financial aid, but it's not as good as other Ivies and other really top institutions. So I guess that's a little frustrating, and it's frustrating to have to constantly appeal the financial aid and that kind of stuff, but that's just kind of expected. So number 4 is not a huge con because it's not very noticeable, but it's still noticeable enough. I think it's the wealth gap at Brown, because obviously 60% of the people here pay full tuition and all that kind of stuff, but there are a large majority of people who are actually top 0.00001% in the US, millionaires, billionaires, the children of celebrities. And I feel sometimes you feel a little out of place in that sense, but I feel it evens out, because I feel a lot of the people here, you wouldn't be able to tell that they're rich because they won't show it off, which is really good in general. But when you find out about it, or you hear certain things, or people are just casually private jetting every single day and that kind of stuff, or people just casually own 10 homes, really insane, top percent kind of stuff, it just gets a little awkward and unrelatable. So that's another con that I think every top university would have. And I think the 5th con I'll talk about is honestly very prevalent among every single top university, but imposter syndrome. I can't tell you how often I feel literally so dumb and I don't belong here, because a lot of the times you enter these classes and everyone was the top of their class in high school and all that kind of stuff. Everyone's really, really smart, obviously. I went to the school knowing that, But imposter syndrome still hits hard sometimes because I'll be in like a small group discussion and I'm like, wow, like everyone sounds so smart and like articulate, and like I literally don't feel like I belong here. But you get over it really quickly, and I feel like you realize very quickly that everyone around you has imposter syndrome as well. And it's just something that happens when you're around like literally an entire university full of really smart and talented people. Like it's awkward for sure, but like I really like the encouraging and intellectual environment it promotes. So like genuinely, it's really nice being around smart people because I think it motivates me as a student in general. It's just a little intimidating at first, very intimidating. Yeah, I feel like I've been talking for like 30 minutes now, but I could honestly just keep going on. More so on the pro sides because I have more things to talk about, like pros, like the fact that the campus is small, and the fact that the professors are really nice, and the fact that there's so many different things to study. But a lot of those can be generalized to other universities, so I won't waste your guys' time. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel and all that kind of stuff, and I will see you guys next time for the next video.